Barakati Hawa Barakatha, Yahushua, Barakati Hawa Barakatha, Yahushua, Ba Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled, What Really Happened to Diddy? Video was inspired from the YouTube platform, The Truth Is, and his video is entitled, Why Diddy Might Not Survive This Trial. Okay? Video will be used for fair use. I have a question. Who did Diddy betray? What boundary did he cross? Whose hand did he bite prior to his world crumbling down?
It turns out, Diddy was secretly filming all his celebrity friends' activities at his house, especially when they were invited to the freak-offs. These tapes 100% incriminate these other celebrities as well, who were indulging in these freak-off activities with Diddy.
Now remember, Diddy has lived this lifestyle for decades. What the fuck happened? And you will understand Abba Ratazah via the Holy Spirit.
One man who attended plenty of Diddy parties, Jay-Z, has been moving rather strange all year since the Diddy takedown started. This year, he canceled his Roc Nation annual brunch party without any real explanation. Maybe it's because he doesn't want people realizing he was up to the same activities as Diddy. People are failing to realize Diddy was surrounded by very powerful people the entire time he was doing all of this evil. In fact, in the Little Rod lawsuit, the producer who sued Diddy for a lot of the things he's arrested for now claimed that the most powerful man in music, Lucien Grange, allegedly helped Diddy throw these freak-off parties. Little Rod claimed in his lawsuit that Lucien paid for these lavish parties where Diddy was doing his dirt. Little Rod also alleged that he often saw Lucien Grange at Diddy's house, going into Diddy's bedroom and staying in there for hours. It's important I stress how powerful Lucien Grange is. He is the top guy in the music industry. The only people above him are the investors who are the real elite. He is the president.
I doubt that. More than likely, this Edomite has never met the nobility of Edom, the true blessed ones, okay? Because blessed goes into to kneel, meaning people, persons, and nations kneel before you. Only the nobility of Edom, hence the international bankers, receive this form of treatment. And in the kingdom of heaven, we will be the blessed ones, starting with the 144,000. Okay, you will have persons or a person or nations kneeling before you. That's the true definition of bless. Barak, okay?
Of Universal Music Group, UMG. UMG owns most of the record labels. They are one of the 3 major record labels. Now, according to Little Rod, Lucien Grange allegedly was behind funding some of those parties and knew about the activities going on at them, even allegedly participating in some activities with Diddy. Eventually, Lucien Grange...
So they all get down like this. So it only makes sense that Puff got out of pocket.
Lawyers came after Little Rod's lawyers, forcing them to remove his name from the lawsuit and even issue an apology. This, to me, only made Lucien Grange look more guilty. Lucien Grange is a man with immense power and connections. Right now, Diddy could be a liability to him, as who knows what dirt Diddy has on him. Who knows how many videos Diddy has of Lucien potentially doing something compromising. People like Grange have the kind of money and power to make someone like Diddy not make it out of trial. There's a lot of people in the industry that want Diddy gone right now because they don't want to go down with him. They know at any moment Diddy might flip on others and bring down whoever he can. Another 2 big celebrities with tons of money and power who were often seen with Diddy were Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. The 3 were...
Litter Robot has now solved the litter box problem for over 1 million pet parents around the world.
Close, very close buddies, often seen hanging out at Star Island with Diddy. Ross even bought himself a house on Star Island to be closer to Diddy. Diddy's house on Star Island ended up being raided, and it was where some of the freak-off tapes were found. You think Ross and Khaled aren't in some of those tapes? Both of them would prefer if Diddy just never made it to trial, as who knows what could come out in those tapes. Just imagine the number of big-name celebrities that are on those tapes. It's not just rappers, it's actors too, as Ashton Kutcher was a close friend of Diddy, who was at his freak-off parties.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote. That one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot, I can't tell. Wow, okay, I've got a lot, I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. It started over punked, because he was like, yo, you can't punk me. And I was like, I don't want to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's not me, I'm off the table. So that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together.
So years ago, Diddy was Ashton's handler, okay?
As you heard for yourself, Ashton pretty much lets us know that what was going on at those Diddy parties couldn't be spoken about. Kutcher has been awfully quiet since Diddy was exposed at the beginning of the year. It's pretty obvious that many of these celebrities are shaking in their boots, wishing that Diddy would just disappear. They know Diddy has the power to sink the boat. This has become a massive problem for Diddy, as those who were once his friends are now his enemies. Diddy is no doubt the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry, and it looks like he's going to have the same outcome as Epstein in prison, and they are setting this up right now. Recently, it was reported that Diddy was denied bail not once but twice. He offered the courts $50 million to be released on bail, but it was denied. He then promised to give up his passports and to not have female guests at his home, but it was also denied. It's clear they don't want to let Diddy out.
Offered $50 million and still cannot get what? Bail. Okay. So somebody very powerful, or there are people extremely powerful that wants him, that want him to remain in jail.
Which I'm not gonna lie, is rather strange, as Diddy isn't being accused of murder or something like that. He's also promising to give $50 million in collateral, which would have been more than enough for any other celebrity facing similar charges to get off. They don't want to let Diddy out, because that's exactly where they want him to be. While Diddy is free, he's surrounded by security and has endless means to protect himself. But in prison, it's much easier to make someone like Diddy disappear, just like they did with Epstein. This is exactly what the elite are setting up. If you have been watching the news lately, they have been reporting that Diddy is on suicide watch. They are claiming that the feds believe Diddy is at the potential risk of taking himself out behind bars. This is very interesting, because Jeffrey Epstein was also on SW before he quote-unquote took himself out. The reason they're doing this is to set up the narrative from now. If they do end up taking Diddy out, then they'll just blame it on him doing it to himself, just like Epstein did. When Epstein died, so did a lot of the secrets he was keeping about the richest, most powerful men in the world. Epstein became the sacrificial lamb for other much more powerful people. This is exactly what seems to be happening with Diddy. Everyone who did dirt with him are now hoping he ends up in the dirt. A man like Lucian Grange or Jay-Z definitely have the pull to make someone disappear while inside. So don't be surprised if this is what ends up happening to Diddy, especially after he pissed off the elite on top of him. About a year ago now, I called out all of this that's happening now to Diddy when he sued the liquor brand Diageo he was signed to.
Pay close attention, okay? This is where Diddy's troubles started.
Diageo get pissed off the elite on top of him. About a year ago now, I called out all of this that's happening now to Diddy when he sued the liquor brand Diageo he was signed to. Diageo gave Diddy over $1 billion over their partnership, and all they wanted was for Diddy to push poison onto his people. They paid Diddy handsomely to promote Ciroc to the urban community. Diddy promoted Ciroc so much, people thought he owned it, but he never did. All he had was a partnership where he made a percentage of each Ciroc flavor he promoted. Diddy and Diageo's relationship was going smoothly until Diddy got too greedy. He didn't just want to make a lot of money promoting the brand. He wanted to become one of the elite he was working for, an owner. So he made his own brand, De Leon, under Diageo. Diddy thought that he was going to make it to the next level and be the elite, so Diageo didn't invest in De Leon like Diddy expected, which led to his brand failing. When this happened, Diddy tried to shame Diageo into promoting his brand by suing them, filing a lawsuit claiming Diageo was purposely making him fail by not taking his brand seriously. This is what caused all of his problems, as Diageo responded swiftly. Not long after that lawsuit, Keefe D got arrested for Tupac, with Keefe claiming Diddy was who paid him to do the crime. Here's a clip of my video stating this almost a whole year ago. Know why? I believe Keefe D has been trying to snitch on Diddy this entire time. For the last decade, Keefe D has pointed fingers, elbows, and even toes in Diddy's direction, repeatedly telling multiple outlets Diddy paid millions of dollars for the hit. For whatever reason, now is that something is happening, but why? Could this have anything to do with Diddy turning on those above him? Recently, in June 2023, Diddy got into a disagreement with the owners of the liquor brand Ciroc, a brand that Diddy has been the face of for as long as I can remember. In June, Diddy sued the owners of Ciroc for racial discrimination after he claimed they treated his liquor brand, De Leon, like an inferior black brand. Since then, the two have had a massive fallout, which has cost Diddy hundreds of millions of dollars. Isn't it strange that now that Diddy is locked in a legal battle with the owners of Ciroc, Keefe D got arrested for a crime that Diddy is being connected to? What a coincidence, ain't it? After all these years, even though Keefe D was straight up snitching on himself and Diddy for the entire time, this just so happens to be the year he gets picked up for it. The same year the elite above Diddy are having trouble keeping him in his place. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. If Diddy does finally get taken in and questioned for this, then you know why. Those above him are getting him out of the way for not falling in line. When I saw Diddy get in trouble with Diageo and things started magically happening to him, I knew they were behind it. This is something even 50 Cent recently admitted during an interview.
Now pay attention to what Fifth says, okay? He confirms it.
50 Cent stated that the owners of Diageo are the type of people that can make civil cases turn into criminal cases.
Particular experience with Beach and Tory, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start owning things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they do the mirror Puffy's deal with Diageo was. What's Ciroc?
At the end of the day, you want to be able to open up doors. Sometimes you got to take that opportunity and get in. And so that's what I did with Ciroc.
So he didn't have ownership for that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, almost like $50 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on this when you see him have some issues. It gets bad. You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case. The civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you go to the spirits business, it's not governed.
As you heard for yourself, even 50 Cent agrees with what I said almost a whole year ago. Diddy is being punished not because he's been doing evil for all these years, but because he fell out of line. These people want Diddy in jail because it's easier to make him disappear.
And that's it. He fell out of line. He did not fulfill his end of the agreement. He got big because he had a so-called billionaire status, had fake friends, and he figured that he could take on the world. And look at his black ass now in so-called jail. Okay. So, with that being said, a couple precepts. Let's go into Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 and 13. The sinner, such as Diddy, shall not escape with his spoils. Now, he no longer has that billionaire status. He's putting up houses for sale. He offered more money, such as $50 million for bail. Now think about how much outcome he has going out compared to his income coming in. Okay? And most importantly, at this time frame, he's paying these attorneys shit, ain't no telling how much. Okay? So when it comes to the sinner such as Diddy, the sinner shall not escape with his spoils. So yeah, you have the status of being a billionaire, multiple houses, multiple accounts, multiple cars. Okay? However, look at you now. Okay? And the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. And that's literal. And this patience that the godly has is the Holy Spirit. Okay? The godly is inspired to wait on Yahushua and not sell the fuck out. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and verse 9. There is a sinner that has good success in evil things. When it came to the lifestyle of Diddy, look how many laws, statutes, and commandments he broke. Okay? Sleeping with men, promoting adultery, promoting murder. Okay? Promoting parties and things of that nature. Okay? Just a lustful, sinful nature. And he had did his thing. Starting around the time frame he met big, throughout the time frame he met big up until like last year, he began to hit rock bottom because why? He bit the hand that fed him. So there's a sinner that has good success in evil things. Yeah, 20 years ago, people never would have imagined that Puff would be so lowly. And there is a gain that turns to loss. So all of his accomplishments, all of his money, all of his earthly possessions, he's losing them, okay? And ultimately, this is from Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Let's go into Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 9 and verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner such as Diddy. Okay, now think how hot he was around like mid 90s, okay, and throughout the 2000s. Okay, so envy not the glory of a sinner, for you know not what shall be his end. All right, so right now he's in jail trying to make bail. However, powerful people want him to remain there. Look at the downfall of Diddy. See, you can only do wrong for so long until Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua brings down the fucking hammer. And Diddy, Jay-Z, Oprah, LeBron, Beyonce, Rihanna, none of these motherfuckers run anything. Okay? They are puppets, pawns, just to push the agenda of the elite. And even when we talk about Mr. Grange, I think his name was Grange or something like that, that music executive. When it comes to the nobility of Edom, they are not seen, okay? They move in the shadows up until now, because now you have the Holy Spirit just revealing who they are years ago, okay? And you also have whistleblowers. But the point is, they control society. They control the system. And not rich so-called black men or black women. Okay, so let's get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 1. Hear therefore, O you kings, and understand. Learn, you that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people. Not Diddy, not Jay-Z, okay? Not Oprah, not Beyonce. The elite, the nobility of Edom. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord Yahweh, okay? And sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsel? So this power they received, it was from Yahweh through Yahweh Shah in regards to the blessing, because Yahweh Shah was Isaac, okay, via the process we call reincarnation. And Esau is within the end of his blessing. So when it comes to ruling the people, okay, it's the elite, the nobility of Edom. Puffy can't even get himself out of jail, so he doesn't rule shit. Just like they made him a billionaire, they took that status back. Psalm 75 and verse 6, for promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. Man has nothing to do with it. But the Most High is the judge. He put down one and set up another. And we know from a spiritual perspective, this is talking about he puts down one. See, he's putting down the nation of Edom, and he is uplifting or setting up the nation of Israel. How do you know? Look at the prophets prophesying. Okay, that's precept. Let's go into Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every spirit be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. Hence the elite of Edom. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Whosoever therefore resists the power, resists the order of the Most High, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnations. Okay, so damnations, locking themselves, damnation. So Yahweh put these people in power through Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh will take these people down utilizing Yahweh Shah. Period. Video will be used for video will be used for fair use. And this is a scene from Dead Presidents.
Does she suck you? Fuck you. Homeboy. In your fucking life. You lucky this is personal, nigga. I ain't gonna kill you over no woman. Don't you ever in your fucking life bite the hand that